Okay, here's a bit of an update on our BB1 BB2 Frankenstein machine. Um, when I got it, the top box was all assembled. This kind of janky monitor was in there, which, by the way, is a 21-inch, which is why everything displays wrong. But other than that, I noticed there was a fan screwed into the back of the top box, and as you can see, it's really nasty and was missing a blade. So basically I took it out. Oh, and it didn't have a grill on it. As you can see, we have one now that has a really nice grill. I bought these fans off of Amazon. They're 12 volts DC. I think they're 2000 RPM. Very nice and quiet. I got the two of them with the grills for, I think it was $17 plus tax. Anyway, unscrewed the old fan, which you see here. Again, I'm sorry for the messy nastiness that is the top box because I haven't cleaned it yet. Anyway, dropped my wiring harness. This was basically how the fan was attached. These were taped together, went into this plug, and when I got the machine, it wasn't plugged into anything. But about one of the only good things I can say about this machine was the H plug, which is that one right there, which is auxiliary DC power, has bukus of attachments coming out, and they're all just kind of taped up right there. Sorry for the shadow. Again, one of these days I'll learn how to edit video. Anyway, you can see they're all just taped up right there. They come to an end, and actually whoever had this before, you'll notice these black and yellow wires going up to the topper. One of them does the little blinky lights around the top of the topper. The other one does this monstrosity. You see they got rid of the fluorescent light and wired this up to DC, but they're green. So that makes anything look green. I cut actually one of them off, and I'm going to use them in the BV because there's little lights in there, but look how dim they are. Man, those are super dim. So I'm going to rig a set of these 3 lights up down here in the BV, and it's going to be really cool. Anyway, I untaped the bundle of the wiring harness coming out of the H connector, which again, as you can see, is the auxiliary DC power. I'm sorry if I'm talking down to a bunch of people. I know probably about as much as no one on this machine. So I'm just doing it from the perspective of somebody who knows nothing about it. Okay, so here's our new fan, screwed in with the supplied hardware that came with it. There were only 2 holes drilled in the back of the machine. Normally, the fans are mounted up here, or up here. You can't see because the janky monitor is blocking it. But typically, they're mounted up there from the factory, and they come with a bracket that looks like this. So you see it mounts right up here. Actually, this one goes on that side, but you see the bracket is designed to just slip right in and tighten down a bit, and then you plug everything up and you're good to go. This is actually going to go on one of the BB1s that I have because you can never have enough fans. In fact, that machine over there I think has 6 or 7 fans if you count the ones on the processor. Anyway, back to this. Here's the supplied lead that came with the fan. You see it's got a plug on it. I just isolated the 2 wires, oddly enough, the 2 matching color wires, and stuck them in there. This is more of a test to make sure everything works and make sure we're getting good DC power on here without me having to put my leads on it, because, I mean, obviously it's coming from the DC plug. So what I'm going to do is I will cut these back a little bit, reinsert them into the plug, and duct tape it off. Probably not the most professional thing to do, but it will look decent and will accomplish our mission. So that's basically your quick tutorial. Again, I don't know how many machines have a fan on the back of it like this. I mean, it seems like a pain in the ass to have to use a hole saw and cut a hole in there when you have existing locations on either side of the top box to put a fan. So I'm going to guess that is a factory original location. But there you go. So we replaced our nasty, corroded, broken fan with a nice, inexpensive one from Amazon. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Remember, this is a DC 12-volt fan, so you'll have to wire it up to the H controller or not controller, the H plug, basically. Again, this one right here, and again, you can see on the little legend here, because I noticed some of these smaller chop tops don't have the legend in them, and you will be good to go. So I'm going to keep posting little videos as we go along. Please like and subscribe, and comment.